Hey guys, what's up? It's JDawgs here. We are back for another episode of Feed the Beast here on the Spiritcraft FTB Beast server. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. I'm not sure if that's just me or what. Yeah, frames are down. Alright, so I've got a couple things going on that I've been working on since the last episode. We've got a lot of the storage done up here, and I've been making a few things. You can see here on the capacitor bank, we're going to be having, 9 million MJ saved up by the time this finishes filling. I've still been draining these old resident energy cells, but they have 50 million RF each stored in them, so we're going to see if that switches over to 150 million MJ or not. I think it may. It looks like it will, because yeah, we've still got about 20 million in each. Yeah, that may switch over for each type of energy there, so that'll be pretty good. I've been working on making more of this electric steel so that I can make more of the capacitor banks to give me more storage and everything there. So I'm hoping that we can get a nice big chunk of these going. I do know that I asked Adrian, and he said you can actually bust these and they'll keep the power in them. So when we get ready to move those to a different location, because eventually I want to have all of our types of power going into that, and then this will just power everything that we have. It'll be like this huge block that just powers everything. Let's see, so like this here, it'll run into here. We haven't gotten all the glass fiber cable down here yet, and it's actually pretty expensive. You need a lot of diamonds for it and all that. Let's see. I don't think I've showed you guys since I worked on it. So down here, okay, so we've got this set up. I think I showed this to you guys. That's the little XP thing that I've set up. But down here, I've started to make another floor. Haven't done any really big decorating yet. I've got several spots where I've quarried now. And I'm probably going to start another one before too long that's probably going to be like this same size, but over there or something. I was going with smaller ones to start with, so I did 2 here that were side by side. And they worked out pretty decent, but when you're doing the advanced quarries and you have to make... What the... I got Mimishite here. Okay. That's probably from Smee. Yeah, Smee is possibly back in town, it looks like. So there may be some future things coming up with him. But it looks like I've got some decorating to do down there. Basically what I plan on doing, I forgot to say it while I was down here. This side is going to be set up very similar to what the B-Team server was, where we had this fed into a small coned-in area, and there's going to be blazes that'll probably come down through here and everything, to where they're just going to be used for XP and power, so that'll be good. And we have all of our spawners set up in there, and then this one here is just going to be solely for killing... Actually, I may just use that, not even for XP, I may just use that for mob essence and items, because this here, I've got the blue slime in here, the king slime, and he's going to give us tons of XP, and that's going to be drained down. I'm going to set up a little system here, and it'll just be, controlled from down here. There won't be really anything down here that you'll see. And I'm thinking about making it auto-enchant books for me. That would be pretty cool. So, let's see. What we're going to work on today is a couple different things. So, first, I want to show you guys... Well, let's fly up here. First, I want to show you guys I've been working over here at the bee place. And we've got this carved out. And I've got everything moved down now. Eventually, we're going to be moving this solar array and this MFE to where they're centered in the middle here, just above that flower right there. But I've put in some upgrades for these systems here. So I have all this, same way it was down below. And I was originally going to do the little chips that you can put on the back here, but that keeps it on all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the red alloy wire powering the redstone engines. That way I can turn this on and off anytime I want to, and I don't have to worry about it overproducing or using up too much power or anything like that. So, as far as upgrades, got the bees in here, they're ready to go. So it says always on. We can actually change that if we want to, but right now it's going to require 25.2 RF per tick. Now I don't know how many times it ticks, if it's like every second or how that's gonna work, but yeah, we'll see that before too long. But I've already put 2 upgrades in here that I've made. I made the light upgrade to where it doesn't have to have a whole bunch of light right above it. It has internal lighting. And I made 1 production upgrade, so you can actually do a max of 8 of these, and it increases production by 20%, but it also increases energy consumption by 20%. So that's gonna make us go up quite a bit on energy. This one only does 5% for the internal lighting, so that's not a big deal. But the more of these we add, the more energy this is going to take. And so right now these are going to take 25 each, which is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 300, and then that'll be another 100. That's 450 RF per tick. So we're going to be switching RF into EU, which should still power these. I don't know if it's going to take more or less EU, since it's doing EU instead of RF, but we'll have to see how that goes. I know it works though, because Smee has a very similar setup at his place, and he's just got it where, you know, it's glass fiber cable running straight down into these, and they power just fine. So there's no big deal as far as that goes. We've still got our little mutagen thing here, but again, there's no power. It's not making mutagen right now. But eventually we'll start making more mutagen from the redstone, because we'll need that. And I'm thinking this wall right here, since it really doesn't have anything on it, this wall is going to be our wall that we use for all of our machines. Because this front wall here, I was thinking about it, but there's not a lot of space, as you can see right there, before it goes opened up. So this one has a little bit more space, about 4 or 5 blocks deep. This back one does as well, but if you look right over here, we've already had to do a couple blocks over here to kind of make it look original and normal, because it's kind of dug into the corner right here down below. So we may do it over there too, but it's probably going to be right here for the main reason. We're going to have pipes running down below there to some of the tanks that are down in the bottom. So I'm either going to run tanks or just make more like ender tanks and just have it sent into an ender tank. That may be a little bit easier to do, and then just have it put into the iron tanks that way. So that's what I've been working on over here. Pretty soon we're going to get it all wired up. I've got a lot of glass fiber to make, and I was going to just do regular cables, but I want to go ahead and make glass fiber cables so that we're getting the most use of our power. I think you actually lose a little bit of power if you're not using glass fiber. I don't know how that works. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to check the trees, so let's go check the trees, see how we're doing there. Get my little hat. Give me a hat. Alright. So let's head back up here and take a look at our trees, see how well they've bred up so far. Ooh, not bad actually. That one there doesn't seem to be getting... Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, this one here doesn't seem to be getting very much, but... They're not completely ready though, so I'm not going to go ahead and take them up this episode. I think they haven't been able to do very much because these guys haven't been running. Whoa, okay. But these guys haven't been running too much because I've been kind of waiting so I can get everything set up and just kind of moving stuff over. So we're kind of in that in-between mode right now. Let's go ahead and sleep. But we're kind of in that in-between mode right now where I'm trying to make sure that things are all set up and everything, and it's one of those things, I know you guys really don't care to see me just moving stuff on camera, so I'm just going to kind of get all this set up first. As far as the walls go here, I do have a design idea for this, and I may even, I don't know, if we go over this way, I thought about making like a little separate room for our machines instead of just doing like putting them on the wall. But the only way that I see we could do that maybe would be over on this side, because this side, like I said, doesn't have very many blocks deep, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 blocks deep, and then we'll be outside basically. The only other thing I could do is just go outside, or I could even, now that's an idea, okay, So we could make like a little corner tunnel that goes through here and make a spot like right up in here, right below the grass where our bees and stuff would be, and that would make things a little bit easier. Excuse me for a moment. I had a little bit of cough there. But we could do something like that and just have it underground right there. So that's another idea, because there's nothing right up in here, and we could still have our stuff there and be able to teleport through, and it would just be another stop on the teleporter if we tied the teleporters together or not. So I don't know how we're going to do that. The only other thing I thought of is putting a teleporter in this room and have it take us down below. So we would basically be in between, well, I don't know. Yeah, because Wish's spot starts like right here, and so there's not enough room there. We could have a little tunnel like through the wall here. That would be kind of cool. And have it lead over this direction and have a spot here. There's plenty of room over there. I may do that. It would take a little bit of terraforming, and I may or may not take this out and make like a glass tube that goes across here or something, or a little walkway. That would be kind of cool. You guys give me some suggestions. You know, I've given you some ideas. Which ones do you like, or do you have a suggestion of your own on how to set this up for a different room or a room of its own here for the machines? Because we are going to have quite a few different machines to be working with. Or do you think I should just put them in this room with all this stuff? But I've been collecting some items in the nether. I'm going to show you guys real quick. It's going to be what I use for the walls in there. The ceiling is probably going to be some sort of like glass dome, I'm thinking. But let me see, where are my items? I've been sorting all of this stuff lately, trying to get it all sorted out. I think I left them over here. No? Okay, where did I put them? Are they in the storage? I didn't think I stuck them in here. B. No, not B. Hive? Yeah, so you can see I've got these hive blocks from Biomes of Plenty. I thought about using some of those, and I have some other blocks that go with them. I'm just not really sure what they're called. Yeah, there they are. Honey blocks, I think they are. Empty honeycomb block. So if we type in honey... Yeah, okay, so you can see we got honeycomb block, filled honeycomb block, and an empty honeycomb block. Now I know these filled honeycomb blocks, you can actually get the bees from the nether to pop out of them if you break them, which might be a little neat thing to try on somebody. So we might save that for a future possible prank or something. I don't know. We're slowly getting more people that are playing on here. Adrian's on here now. Katana's been on. Smee's talking about possibly getting on a little bit more here and there if he's able to. And then we've also got possibly Diamond coming back on to play a little bit more. So that's pretty good. So it might open up for some more Prank Wars videos. So if you want to see some of those, let me know down below also. Alright, so what we're going to work on today, after I get done showing you everything we've been doing, we are starting another section over here because it is time for us to get some of these freaking barrels out of our area down here. I'm trying to get it cleaned up, make it look nice, and get it all situated. And these barrels are just an eyesore right now, and I want to make a nice area out here. I thought about having Adrian come over because he's really good at like outside stuff. Because I want to make like some walkways and like maybe a little fountain area or something and some cool stuff out here. And so I might have him come over and help me with one of those. But what I'm going to show you is over here. This is where our new storage is going to be for all these barrels. You can see I had to do a little bit of terraforming in this corner because we just barely got to the point to where we were going to be outside. I've carved everything out how I want it to look, and my idea for this, let's get these stones down. So right down the middle here I'm just going to do these chiseled stone bricks to give it a nice smooth look to start with. And then I'm going to pop some shapes in, and we're going to put in some color also. So let's see. Let's put this over here. I think I'm going to do 2 wide each all the way around. So we're going to take this all the way down and then back again. Oh, get that last one. Take it back through here. Alright, and then you can see before I carved out the area here, I put down some glowstone nooks so I wouldn't have to worry about lighting. And take that there. So that's going to be our initial area. And then through the middle, I'm also going to cut that off with these stone bricks also. So it's kind of pathways to walk around to start with, and then when we get back, I'll start putting in some designs. Alright, let's put that down. Put that there. And then we just have a few more to put over here. And it should be, I should have just enough. So if we split this down the middle, I believe, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? So 7 and 7 is 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is here. So that's our middle. Now it's not an odd number, so we have a 2 wide walkway, which is fine with me, because that's what I wanted anyways, because the doorway's too wide. Yep, perfect. Alright, so what I plan on doing is, if you look over there, there's a nice staircase that leads up to a little doorway that goes into Wish's area. That's exactly what I'm going to do over here. I'm going to pretty much replicate that staircase right there. I might change the stone that's in the middle, but the logs and the stone that's on the outside is going to stay the same. I may still do the marble only because I think it might look good, or we might do that smooth chiseled stone right here, which also I think might look good and still match with what's over there. But we're still going to use the spruce and everything, and that's something I'm going to have to work on off camera because I've got to get all this stuff moved first, and we can't move it, of course, until we get the floor put down. So here's my idea for the floor. We're going to get this put down in the center here, and then on these corners I want to put that there, and then over here I want to put those up. And I'll show you why I'm going to put those up here in a minute. Okay, get that put in. So that's going to be our base idea. And then up on the ceiling, I'm going to replicate this little design here. So let's get where I'm looking straight up so we get this in right. So you can see there, that's going to be like a little pillar. And in the middle, I'm thinking I'm going to put some kind of either colored glass or just regular clear glass. So that you can actually still see through when you come in here to look around, but at the same note, it's going to be a nice little pillar that's going to be in the middle of the room, and it'll allow you to see this nether brick at the top of the ceiling. So we're going to do that same thing all the way around here. Let's get that in there. Boop. Let's put this in our corner. Fill this the rest of the way in. Alright, and then put these here. Alright, let's go ahead and get these last couple done up real quick so that I can actually go ahead and put that there and put this here. And you can see that the design with this, each piece here is on the outside corner and then each piece here is on the inside corner so that they match up equally. I figured I'd just do a little bit of building with you guys today and kind of show off what we've been working on. I put an extra block there on accident. Whoops. Put that there so that when we pick this up, it goes right back into the stack. Alright. Well, I'm just placing extra blocks everywhere. And we got one more to do. Now, for the walls on this, I was going to do like a regular wall design, and then I thought about it for a little bit, and I said, well, this is going to be, you know, a room that's going to be for wood. You're going to be trying to figure out what's where and everything. And even though there's pictures on the front of the barrels of what's in the barrel, you don't know always what the log or what the plank looks like that's in that barrel. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a plank from each one of these. Well, the ones that you can, because of course, like the bamboo here, you can't do that, but we can go ahead and make a block of bamboo and then put that in there. A couple of them are like vines and stuff. That'll be just, you know, something else. But I'm thinking that we may end up doing like 2 levels on this and having another like elevator here or something that goes down or something like that, because I think eventually we're going to fill this room pretty quickly. And I think it's going to get filled up really, really fast, and we're not going to have enough room for everything that we have. But this is my general idea, and we're going to put the barrels along the bottom here, and then the saplings for the what's in those barrels on the top, and then the planks are going to go through the center here, so that you can also see what's in the barrel by looking at the barrel, and then you can see the plank that'll make by looking in the background. So that'll be that, and then the frames here, I'm thinking maybe spruce, since we're going to have that on the doorways, or something similar. And then of course we're going to have a doorway that looks like that over there, except our doorway will be, you know, different colors and stuff, which I'm not sure what I want to use for that. I don't think I want to use the floor stuff that we've already used, but I do want to get and use something that looks nice over here. But I'll have to build that up and see what we can do with that. Let's sleep one more time, get daytime back to us. But that's pretty much it. That's what I've been working on, guys. I kind of wanted to show you what I've been doing and what's going on. I'm going to get all these barrels moved, or as many as I can, get them moved up into this new place. Build out the staircase again. I am still going to do these little pillar things here that I did the last time with the micro blocks, because I think it looks really cool and it gives it some depth. And I'm even going to try to shape this back part here and do a little bit of stone work up in here so that it looks similar to this side. I don't want it like identical, but it's going to be very, very close to being identical. And that's because I think it'll look pretty cool now that we've got this cleared out. When you come into our base, the first thing you're going to see is this really cool archway with two sets of stairs on each, or a set of stairs on each side, and it's just going to pop really good, I think. So anyways, on that note, guys, I think that's all I've got for you today. I'm going to get to work on the bees, get to work on doing that staircase, and hopefully next time we'll be working on making some of the machines for the bees, getting the machines all set up and everything. And I've got some really good ideas for those bees. One of my goals, I actually have several goals for that, but one of my goals for these bees is to have the bees power my base. And I think that's going to be a really cool concept of getting them to actually power the entire thing. These little things, by the way, I don't know if I showed you the recipes for them. They were fairly easy. These used royal jelly. I had to make these frames, which weren't too bad. They were just tin, redstone, and nuggets, gold nuggets. And then we needed gears here, and then just some sugar. So that wasn't too bad. And then the recipe for these light upgrades was pretty easy also. Again, more of these frames, some glass and glowstone. So that wasn't too bad. I do actually want to get some bees also that'll be able to make glowstone for us, which that's possible. But that's going to be part of what the machines are going to help us do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, like I said. If you did, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time for another episode of Feed the Beast here on the Spiritcraft Feed the Beast Monster Server. Take it easy. Peace out.